This song is for every child of God that hears it. You may have gone through some challenges, some struggles, but in this season, I declare to you that God is about to restore everything that the locusts and the cankerworm have eaten. Come on, put your hands together if this is your year of Jubilee. Come on, Annette.
Say piercing, piercing through darkness we come alive. Victory, victory is ours in Jesus Christ. And all that's been lost, He's restoring now. Sounds of rejoicing, we're making it loud. Say piercing, piercing through darkness we come alive. Victory, victory is ours in Jesus Christ. And all that's been lost, He's restoring now. Sounds of rejoicing, we're making it loud. Say, oh, celebrate. This is our year of Jubilee. Celebrate. This is our year of Jubilee. Let's take it up and sing it again. Piercing, piercing through darkness we come alive. Victory is ours today. Say all that's been lost, He's getting ready to restore it now. Sounds of rejoicing, make it loud. Say piercing, hey. Victory is ours today, yeah. And all that's been lost, He's restoring now. Sounds of rejoicing, we're making it loud. Say, oh, celebrate. This is our year of Jubilee. Oh, celebrate. This is our year of Jubilee. Everybody say, oh, celebrate. This is our year of Jubilee. Say, oh, celebrate. This is our year of Jubilee. Come on, put your hands together, everybody. I want you to make some noise if this is really your year of Jubilee. Come on, give God a shout of praise. I can't hear you. Do you believe it? Let me hear you shout tonight. Hey! Our God is powerful. He does miracles. Great are the works of His hands. That's why we sing His praise. Our God is powerful. He does miracles. Great are the works of His hands. That's why we sing. Everybody say, our God is powerful. He does miracles. Great are the works of His hands. That's why we sing. Our God is powerful. He does miracles. Great are the works of His hands. Hey. Our God is powerful. Great are the works of His hands. Hey, yeah. Our God is powerful. He does miracles. Hey. That's why we sing. Our God is powerful. Great are the works of His hands. That's why we sing. Say our God is. He's powerful. And great are the works of His hands. Say, oh, celebrate. This is our year of Jubilee. Say, oh, celebrate. This is our year of Jubilee. Say, oh, come on and celebrate. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is our year of Jubilee. Say it's not over. It's not over. Come on, yeah. This is our year of Jubilee. Come on, somebody give God a shout of praise. Yeah.
I need to hear. Come on, say, our God.
Our God is powerful. He does miracles.
Great are the works.
Great are the works of His hands. That's why we
I can't hear you say, our God.
Our God is powerful.
He does miracles. Great are the works.
Great are the works of His hands. That's why we sing.
Our God is.
Our God is powerful.
Yeah.
He does miracles.
Great are the works.
Great are the works of His hands.
Lift your voice and say, our God is. Yeah. Great are the works. Yeah, yeah. Our God is. Yeah. say that your God is great and he performs miracles and he like, no, like if you're at a basketball game and your team was winning, you'll be going crazy. And how many of you do I have in the building that are on the winning side? Are you on the winning side tonight? Then you got to sing it like you mean. Our God is powerful. He does what? Miracles. Great are the works of his hands. That's why we say, here we go, say.
Our God is powerful.
He
does miracles.
Great are the works.
Great are the works of his hands.
Shout and say, our God is
powerful.
great.
He does miracles.
Great are the works.
Great are the works of his hands.
One more time. Our God is
Powerful.
hey.
He does
Great
miracles.
are the works.
Great are the works of his hands.
Anything that you need, our God is powerful than your struggles, than your situation. He does such mighty wonders. Our God is hey. Our God is That's your year. Come on, shout it out. Say, oh, celebrate.
Celebrate. This is our year of jubilee.
Celebrate. This is our year. One last time. This is our year of jubilee. Give the Lord a shout.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Music Jesus. It's another Tuesday night, and I'm here with none other than Annette Moncrieffe.
I'm good. How are you, Pastor Don?
I'm doing great. Thanks for honoring the invitation. Long overdue. We're trying to make this happen a couple of weeks ago, or last month, I think. And
a month ago, yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, today we just want to chat, catch up a little bit.
Can we talk about that song that you wrote for a minute? Can we?
Oh yeah. So,
oh my goodness.
Where do we even start? How long have we known each other?
Oh Lord, well over 10 years. Well over that, because I was still living in Montreal and you had released something on Facebook and I was following you from Facebook in Montreal. So. And then I came here and met you in real life, and we started ministry together then. So it's been a minute.
Wow.
Yeah.
Time flies. Yeah. Time really flies.
Yeah.
So fast forward 8-9 years later, we get to work together. It started with the Worship Unplugged sessions.
Yeah. Many years of working together. And you gave me the opportunity to sing that amazing song. Our God is powerful. He does miracles. Oh my God, it's an amazing song. And at my church, we did it for New Year's, and we've added it to our set actually. So I think we did it the last time I sang at church was 2 weeks ago. We sang the song. Like it's a part of our set now.
Yeah, I'm actually looking for that video. Hopefully, I can show it, by the end of the session tonight.
It's somewhere, but it's amazing though. The song is powerful, especially in this season. Our God is powerful. He does miracles and he's about to turn things around for us, So awesome penmanship, awesome hearing from the Lord, awesome vibe, nice music. It's so fun. And I was privileged and honored to sing it for you.
Amen.
It's your song.
Yeah,
it's your song.
I know I wrote it, but let me just get a bit of an understanding. Like, what were your thoughts when you first heard the song? You said, and when I asked you to sing it, because oftentimes when I ask people to sing, I just want them to put their own flair to it. So, what was going through your head? When you were rehearsing, whatever, what was the experience like?
Well, I thought I couldn't do it because if you remember in the original song, you're doing almost like a small preaching thing at the beginning where you start to admonish the people, about, life and what's happening. And this is your year. And I thought I'll never be able to do justice to that song. To be quite honest, that's what I thought. Do you know what I mean? And then it's up tempo and it's upbeat. And I'm like, okay, I don't know. I don't know if I can do it. You know what I mean? But I believe that there's such an anointing on the song. There's such a richness on the song that if you come with a pure heart, do you know what I mean? That God will just deposit. Do you know what I mean? And there's a part of the song where I say, it's not over, it's not over. And I truly felt like, wait a second, you know what I mean? Things are not going to be over. This is the year of Jubilee. And even the word Jubilee, I mean, that's a word they used many, many years ago. People don't say Jubilee now, right? But really, we have to get into the mindset that it's time to be happy, it's time to celebrate. It is okay. Do you know what I mean? Because God is able and he's going to do it if we just agree, right? So I agree that this is the year of Jubilee. Yeah.
Amazing. I think you delivered exceptionally. When we were in the studio, one of the musicians was saying, like, she really nailed it. And it was just raw and pure. And,
very raw.
Yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to be and do what it's supposed to do. There are certain songs that you get and you feel like, no, I'm not the one to deliver this type of song, right? And I think that's what you brought to the table, and I love it.
Well, I got to say this about you. I think you're very good at honing people's talent. Like that is a song that I could do. There's some songs that I can't do. Like, that the idea of it being raw, that's the way that I sing. I'm very like, I'm going to give it to you and I'm going to just leave it. That's who I am. I'm not the ballad. I'm not going to run all over the place. That's not my style. It's not my technique. Right. But I believe that you're very good at honing in on people's abilities. And that song was definitely within my ability to deliver. I can give my heart in a song like that for sure. And you're able to see that about artists. And you work with so many artists and you're able to pick that up, it seems like.
Well, we thank God for that. And it's something, because I believe everybody has something to bring to the table. And I think what makes working in the kingdom very beautiful. We are a body, the hand, the head. So one can take the lead, but it doesn't mean that you have to be the end all be all. Just kind of scope out who fits where and place them there, and it makes it like a beautiful. What's the word I'm looking for?
Presentation.
Piece of art.
Artwork. But let me ask you this. I know I'm not supposed to ask you anything just yet, but why did you choose to include other artists in your ministry in that sense? Not just background vocals, but you've always kind of included, like, the Peters and Lundas and Amoy, rest in peace. A lot of artists you brought to the table on your project. So why did you do that?
It's every time I get a chance to talk to artists or musicians or singers, producers in the city, it's always about, we don't have an industry here in Canada or in Toronto. And you go to concerts and you hear people singing songs, always a cover of some sort of American singer, right?
Okay.
And I'm hearing people, I'm seeing the talent. I'm like, we have something here that we can put together. So me bringing other artists along, it's just to really kind of try to unite us as a people, bring us all under one roof and gradually build it from there. Some people get the hang of it, some don't. Some feel like, oh, you know what? I'm just coming here to showcase my gift or my talent. But my thought process is totally different. This is not about just showing your gift or talent, but collectively coming together and letting our people know that we've got something that we can be a blessing to the people with. Yeah.
You've definitely done that throughout the years, and all of your stuff is amazing. You are a fantastic songwriter. Do you know what I mean? How many albums do you have at the moment?
I lost track, but I'll probably say, are you talking about like gospel songs or sing since I started music? I started singing when I was 17. Started doing it since I was 17. So
okay, wait. So I think my first recollection would be Glory Town or Glory what?
Glory Town Project. So
okay. Is that your first gospel album?
No, actually.
Not even. Oh my goodness.
No, so there was The Birth that was released in 2004. Okay. So it's a record that I actually produced myself in my apartment. I produced, recorded everything about that record. I did background vocals, artwork, website, sound. I sold that record. Me and my friend, we talk about it all the time. I laugh at it because when I released it, I'll call people up and say, hey, the record's ready. Where are you at? Oh, and at the time he was living in Pickering. I'd never been in Pickering. I to sell him a $40.
Wow. 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 And that was 2002, yeah?
2004.
4.
Yeah, so there was the birth. Then 2006 or 7 was Glory Town.
Oh, wow. I thought that was number 1, but that's the one that I remember. So then I remember you 2007.
Yeah, Glory Town is what kind of put me on the map.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Because I remember that, yeah.
That record has done some amazing, like even up until now, allowed me to be able to work with other musicians across the world that I don't even know because they heard it and they loved it. And now for them, they feel like it's a privilege to work with me. So I'm reaping.
Because you're a goat, Pastor Dom.
I'm reaping the benefits now that I don't have to pay.
Yeah. I got you. Because you know both sides. I get that. Yeah. I get that.
Yeah, so there's that, and there is I'm Not Afraid. No, before I'm Not Afraid, 2010, I did Dream Nation Worship Volume 1.
Okay.
The one with Amoy, Pauline Sanchez, Derek Mills, and all those guys. Then 2012, I did I'm Not Afraid. 2014.
Okay.
2014. Then Worship Exchange or something. And last year I did a couple of singles. But prior to that, in the 90s, I had a few albums, like 3 albums or so, from 97 to 2000.
Okay, so those 3 albums were what? Were they secular?
The first one was, secular album. I was actually a rapper.
Say, Pastor Dom. That's stuff that you warned me about off camera.
Yeah, I was a rapper. So
really?
Yeah, I was a hip life.
Okay, rapper. Hold on. So spit. Let me hear something, Pastor Dom.
Nah, that is
Pastor Dom. Pastor Dom.
I lost all of that.
You got it. You don't remember not one track from your hip life.
I actually did a little rap on my first album. Oh, I can't even remember the song.
Yes, the Lord's going to deposit to you before we finish this interview because the people need to hear you rap. And you're probably very good. I mean, you're a musician and you write, right? I mean, you got rhythm, so maybe.
Yeah, I've been trying to get back to rapping, but it's like, man, I think as I get older, I'm gradually losing my flair of rapping. It's tough.
Well, the rap game's difficult, especially today, because it's all different level stuff. But I don't know if you got it, you got it. I know I can't rap for nobody, but you say you got it, so you never know. You never know. So I got to ask you though about your. Am I taking over your interview? Never mind. This is how it works. So I got to ask you about when I was at your 40th birthday. Well, how long ago was that? Was that 2 years ago?
Oh man, time flies. Yes, 2
years ago. You sang a love song and recorded a video to that. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing, Pastor Dom. So tell me what that was about. Like, where are we going with that?
Okay, so here's the thing. I get the chance to marry a lot of people, like officiate a lot of weddings in our city. As a matter of fact, being rated as one of Toronto's top 3 wedding officiants.
Congratulations.
Putting my heart into what I do. And oftentimes when guys are walking down the aisle, I get to sing a little something, and people will be wanting it. I'm like, you know what? I hear people say their personal vows to each other, and some try to sing it, some try to do different things. So on my 30th, I said, okay, fine, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to try and recreate our wedding day, because on my wedding day, I feel like we were so busy. I personally did not even get a chance to enjoy the food that
got you. So you paid for. You couldn't even eat.
So I felt like it was a time to celebrate, me, celebrate, my marriage, and also put something out there for married couples or people that are getting married. So if the bride wants a song to walk down the aisle to, or whether it's a married couple that want to celebrate the anniversary, the content catered to both.
I got you.
Yeah.
Is that something that you can probably add here today? Can we play that at some point? Do you have access to that?
It's supposed to
Because
be.
you have the video. Is the video done?
Yeah, I have to look for it. You put me on the spot.
I know. I just said at some point it's actually pretty good. It's very, very nice. So if you are able to at some point, it'll be very nice. I
Okay.
think people should see that because it's something completely different. I think that Christian artists are afraid to step outside the box a little bit. They're afraid to offend, maybe. And you're talking about love, but you have a beautiful wife and a beautiful family who were celebrated there on that night. Your whole family was there, and it was just beautiful to see. So it's okay to celebrate love. We're allowed to do that. Do you know what I mean? So I hope that people get a chance. Go ahead.
I'm totally fine with that, and I think
Yeah.
that's something that I've come to understand. The Bible says that my people perish for the lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
If we start reading the Songs of Solomon, a lot of people will cringe in church. Right?
Well, yes. Yes. I cringe.
Because some of their content is rated, you know?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah. So, I mean, years ago, I wrote a song. I think I still have it. Now, my friend came home. We were living in the same apartment. And I started singing a song. It's like, why are you talking about breasts and this? I'm like, it's directly from the Bible.
Direct.
You know, so,
Direct.
And I think in the church, we haven't been educated enough. The Bible says that I need to be able to enjoy the life of my youth. You don't speak in tongues when you are getting intimate with your spouse. You got to set the mood right. You got to set the tone right.
Yeah.
There's time and place for everything. And if I have something that I'd like to express to my love, my beloved, I can express it in a song. If you are single and you're not married, then and you feel like it's not conducive or appropriate for you, then don't listen to it.
Don't listen to it. Why is the church so afraid of love? Which is crazy because God is love. He's the author of it. He created it. But why is the church so afraid of that?
I don't think it's a matter of being afraid of love. I think it makes people feel uncomfortable because they feel like talking about certain things makes them unholy.
Unholy, yeah.
Right. So that's
like the marriage bed is undefiled. So you invited me on.
It's a matter of really finding the right time and the right place to actually have that conversation.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you're in church, you feel like, oh, you don't want a kids to hear certain things. But the truth be told, kids or not, they will find the information elsewhere. And we've all been kids before. And at our age as teenagers, we knew a whole lot that our parents probably thought we were innocent. You're right. So we can't pretend like, these kids don't know anything.
Well, here's the thing. When we were younger, I'm a little bit older than you, but we didn't have Google and Siri and, okay, Google, what is this? Like in a second, your child will know what you're trying to keep from them in a second. So it should be important to make that thing that very comfortable to have the conversation. I know that's not what we're talking about today, but definitely, love is beautiful. It is of God. And you've definitely embraced the music and have shared the love through the music. And that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to go there if we don't have to, but it was very nice. Yeah.
Cool. Maybe I can try and just play it now.
Please, if you got it, let them see.
Take a cool break
Good.
and listen to it. How are we gonna do this? One moment. Let's do it again. The time is now. It's our way. Everybody wants what we celebrate.
It's beautiful.
It's incredible.
No. I hope we get to see it.
I'm living out what I pray. So amazing, like heaven. With you you with such a blessing. I'm a blessing for eternity. Can we stay in this moment for a lifetime?
Lifetime.
Can we stay
This moment forever.
Yeah, all right. Look in my eyes, look in your eyes while we hold hands. My hands on your waist, lead the way. There's no way. This is exciting. I'm captivated by your love. It's incredible, incredible. We're living now while we so amazing, like heaven. With you is such a blessing. I'm a person for eternity. Can we stay in this
Moment for a lifetime.
We
And
stay
we stay
for a
for a lifetime.
with a star. It's gonna be a
Hey.
If we look clouds across the room, my heart opens wide to meet to you. No more professors or dream. I can now truly say that you're my queen.
Hey, okay.
To mine, I'm all yours is your mind. Let me take you to a place where ecstasy, fantasy now becomes reality.
You preaching on that. The ecstasy, fantasy. Yes.
Enjoy life together. Bring people together. The flame of our love remain unquenchable. Let's take a journey to the moon. Yeah. Hey. Dancing with the stars tonight. The end of time. Yeah, so that's your song.
So nice. And that lovely lady in the video is your real wife. That's not a hired model. That's your beauty. That's your chosen. So lovely. Really chill. Really, really nice. Really, really
Thanks. Now let's get back to you because I know this is what you used to do in the past. I remember when you were in Montreal, you used to have this thing called Amy.
I did.
Tell us a little bit about that. What have you been up to? I know we've been on this show, and all that you're doing is asking me questions, and it's supposed to be all about you. So,
well, you mentioned Amy. Amy is such a long time ago. Like Amy is Annette Moncrieffe Yaboa. That's how long. That was long. Such a long time ago.
There's that. They're singing. You do a lot of different things, and of late you've been doing this thing too. Can you share a little bit of some of the things that you're involved in?
Yeah, sure. Well, if we go back to Amy was me kind of promoting other artists. So giving them a platform. I did tours for people. I just get them dates, right? And get them into churches or wherever, concerts, whatever. And I'd interview people. I was interviewing people a long time ago. That's why I'm sitting here asking you a whole bunch of stuff. I've been doing that for like 15 years. Do you know what I mean? It's what I do.
I'm taking notes, right? I know I need a manager.
No, I used to do that. I absolutely used to do that. That's what I used to do. That's what I used to do. And then interviews. I did an online talk show before people were doing online talk shows. I was interviewing, same thing. Can we talk for a minute? Let's talk. It was called Let's Talk, and I was interviewing local artists. That's what I was doing. So I was promoting artists. I was interviewing artists. I had I was running a gospel article in the local paper. I would just give local gospel like gossip, what's going on in the gospel world. I did that for a bit. I was on a radio station. I did Gang of Four, where four people came in and just talked about gospel topics. I did a lot of stuff. And while I was doing that, I was like the worship leader at my church. I was the head deacon at one point. I did a lot of stuff.
Wow.
I did a lot of stuff, and then I was like, singing in choirs. I was singing on everybody's project. I came out here, and not much changed except for the interviews and stuff. But I still was worship leading, and I was still singing in groups and stuff like that. Most recently, I've started Wednesday wake ups. So during the pandemic, I literally woke up one morning and I was like, oh, I feel kind of far from God. Like, I feel like it's been a minute. I haven't gone to church. I haven't really picked up the Bible. And I just decided to talk about it. That's really how Wednesday Wake Up started. I just put the camera on and said, when you feel really far from God, you just need to know that he wants to hear from you. Even when you feel far, he's like, your father. Like, when do you ever go to your father and he doesn't want to hear from you? Every father wants to hear from their child, right? As far as they go. You have 3 kids, right? Unless they're being really annoying. But I mean, you don't want you've been so bad, you've been gone so long, I don't want to hear from you. No, the love of a father, you want to hear from your children. And that was my very first Wednesday wake up, that no matter how far you feel, find God, you know what I mean? Because he wants to hear from you. And I think that video had 79 likes. I remember, because it was the first one. And I was like, you kidding me? Like, really? I was like, I woke up and I just felt far from God. That's really what happened. So every week, it happened to be a Wednesday, and every week I woke up with Wednesday wake ups, things that God was depositing in my spirit. And then that developed into interviews. No far stretch from that, because I do interviews, and people were giving me ideas and topics that I should talk about. Annette, talk about relationships. Annette, talk about your divorce. Annette, talk about when people get remarried. Annette, talk about this. And I really just decided to use the platform to do that. So with that, I think on average, it's like 300 to 600 people watch the videos, right? Mm-hmm. Now, a lot of people will not stop and like the video, right? Some people won't comment, but right? People watch, they see it. And some people do stop and comment. And every single video I've posted, my inbox, somebody has something to say that they can't say underneath the video, right? I've been stopped at work, Pastor Dom. I did a video about regret. What do you do when you're living with regret? I told the story about my godmother passing away. She said, Annette, come here and talk to me. And I said, I'll be back in a minute. I never went back to her. And then I left the city, came back to Toronto, and the next thing I heard, she had died. So I said, my gosh, I'll never be able to talk to her again. I regret that. So I said, what do you do when you're living with regret? And I didn't have the answer. And to be honest, I still don't have the answer. What do you do with regret? Something that you can't change. I went to work the next day. A lady came and was crying on my shoulder. 2 ladies, actually, that, they've lost loved ones. They weren't able to say, or their grandfather died and he was mad at them. And I didn't get to see my aunt. My cousin never met my child and I was mad at him. And I'm thinking, okay, this Wednesday wake up is bigger than me. It's bigger than me because people are dealing with so much stuff and not talking about it. And not having a place to vent, which is why I kind of say to people like Peter or yourself, like, you guys really, pastors do this. This is not my field. I'll just talk it. You know what I mean? I'm not a counselor. And really, I say on my Wednesday wake-ups, I don't have the answers. That is the truth. I say the stuff. I don't know what to do with regret.
Mm.
I don't know. I'm not a master on relationships. I have a failed marriage, right? So when I talk about these things, I'm not coming to you as an expert. I'm coming to you open and transparent, so people have an opportunity to also share their stories, and maybe we can learn from each other. So that's kind of to summarize what I've been doing the last, I don't know, 6 months to a year now.
Hats off to you, because it's not easy to be in that position and being that transparent, especially coming from a relationship. And it's like, you're out there, and oftentimes people don't want to even talk about it. I find people want to just disappear because there's this stigma about it that, it's like you said, you have a failed marriage. And the fact that you have a failed marriage does not necessarily mean that you have failed as a person, right?
But can I tell you, Pastor Don, sorry to cut you. When I was talking about the marriage segment, I found many people wanted to talk about marriage. I could get people to talk, interviewers, everybody wanted to come on. When I was talking about divorce, I think I went through about 6 to 7 people. No, I can't talk about it. My family's still on Facebook. Maybe people are going to see it. Oh, I don't feel comfortable. Oh, I haven't been healed yet. When I tell you, nobody wanted to talk about the topic of divorce, right? It's very, very touchy. There is a stigma on divorce, which I didn't know until I got divorced, right? Didn't know. But it was the hardest topic was divorce, because people just didn't want to talk about it, which leads me to believe if people don't want to talk about it, we have to talk about it, because it is so prevalent in our society, let alone in our churches. I know that because I know so many people who are divorced, right? I know so many people before me, after me. I've been inboxed. Somebody said to me, how did you know it was time to get out? Because I feel like I want to get out and I don't know what to do. And I was like, listen, I'm not the champion on divorce. I don't have the answers on divorce. Don't ask me about divorce. Do you know what I mean? Don't ask me. But I realize people are struggling. People don't know what to do. And everybody's talking about the happy stuff. Let's talk about marriage. Let's talk about getting together. Let's talk about engagements. What happens when it fails? What do we do when it's not working? And that's the conversation that somebody needs to have. Not me, like I said, I'm not the pastor. I ain't a counselor. I ain't got a degree. But somebody needs to have the conversation when relationships fail. Or how do we save this thing before it does fail? That's a whole other topic, Pastor Don.
Oh, yeah. And I can probably have to save for another time or come to your show.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea.
One of these days. But I mean, through my little experience with counseling couples and here, it's the same problem. The fact that people don't want to talk about it when they're in it, they don't want to talk about it. And sooner or later, everything just blows up in the face. So you don't want to talk about it when you're in, you don't want to talk about it when you're out. So how do you get help?
That's so true, Pastor Don. That's so true. It is. But that's what I've been doing. I'm still singing. I literally came from rehearsal right now. I ran here and put up the backdrop and put on lipstick and sat. That's it. So I'm on BCF, Bramley Christian Fellowship. That's where I'm at. Been there for the last 6 years. I'm a part of their worship team, and it's beautiful. So I'm still singing. I'm still hosting. What I found is that in the last year, right before COVID, I became like this funeral singer. It's been very weird. I know. So a lot of people are like wedding singer, but I was asked to sing at so many funerals. People would be like, I saw you sing at my friend's funeral. Can you come? Sure. Right. But this is very new for me. Like, oddly enough, like a large part of my recent ministry in terms of music was singing at funerals. Yeah. Very, very different development for me. I thought maybe weddings, but no. People want a good send home for their loved ones. They want, the spirit there. They want a good send off, and I'll do whatever the Lord says. I'll tell you that.
How do you find it? Because I struggle with funerals. Like if it's not a very close friend or family member, I stay away from doing funerals because I feel like it takes so much of you.
Yeah.
It's not something that you can fake it. You have to be in the moment. And sometimes I feel like I don't really want to be in that sad moment.
Yeah.
Just comforting families and just ministering to them. It's really hard for me. Not that I don't want to do it, but it's really very hard for me. So how do you find doing it singing?
Yeah. Well, my profession, like I've always been in the helping profession. I used to work in the emergency room in Montreal. I used to wrap dead bodies for a living. I'm telling you the truth. People would die in the emergency and You like my lipstick and the drop? I used to do this for a living, right? So I'm very I understand death. Okay. And also I worked in hospitals, I worked with elderly, I worked with seniors, I worked in the psych ward. My profession is helping people in difficult circumstances. Real talk, you know? And I'm back doing that now. Go figure. But it's innate in me. It's something that I do. I have no issues doing a funeral. It's okay. A lady died at my church recently who I knew personally. And that was the hardest funeral for me because I knew her, right? So it was so hard for me. And I broke down in one of the songs. I broke down because I knew her and I didn't know she was sick and stuff like that. But honestly, other than that time, I'm very able to empathize with where you're at, what you're doing. What do you need? Whatever I can do, like silver and gold, I don't have, but what I do have, I have this gift and I will give it to you. I'm good. I don't have any problems doing it, you know? Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Never knew that about you, but yeah. That's something that God will have to deliver me from back. It's just like burying loved ones. It's so hard for me.
But that's like the human side of you, which is beautiful because sometimes people forget pastors are human too, eh? They're not robots. You know what I mean? They can't just function. It's good for you to admit I got a human side, and that's not easy all the time to do. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so that's why I chose the other direction. Just
I know you doing weddings. I'm doing funerals.
I want to be happy all the time.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Good to see you. Bob, thanks for hanging with us. Charlotte, thanks for hanging with us. Music and Jesus. And tonight I have with me Annette Moncrieffe. Just chatting, just, having some intimate conversations, some real conversations, some open conversations. So you're more than welcome. Charlotte says, men, it's a calling for sure. I struggle in the area of palliative care.
Yeah, I understand that. Been there. I've worked in palliative care and I took care of my dying mother who was palliative, and she basically was sick with us the whole time until she ended up dying in the hospital. But it's very difficult. But God gives you a grace for it though. God does give you a grace that you can walk through that. But it is very difficult. I've literally stood with people as they died. I've seen death. I see it. And I've held the person's hand until they were gone. This was my job. This is what I did for a living, So, but God gives you a grace, He does. He really does. I see your face. You're like, that's not a grace for me.
So I remember when I was a kid, I told my mom and I told my wife the same thing. When I die, throw a party. I don't want anybody crying.
Yeah.
Throw a party. I pray I make it to heaven, but regardless of the situation, just throw a party. Don't be sad. Be happy.
Did you watch Coming to America, the new one?
Yeah.
Well, they threw a party for the man, and then he died in his funeral. So, Pastor Dom, let's throw the party before, okay?
Well, that's what I'm saying. And that was like on my 40th. That was pretty much the beginning of like a little bit of a shift of mindset. And not only that, I think I personally feel like I've always been on the go, working hard, and whether it's for my family, take care of my mom, my sisters, just contributing as a family man, my wife, kids, on the go. But I said, and you know what? The funny thing is, prior to my 40th, the only birthday that I had celebrated was when I was 7 years old.
Wow.
In case anybody was sitting there and don't understand, like, oh, this guy thinks that he's all that. No, you have no idea. And the first birthday I've ever had, the only birthday I ever had was my 7th birthday. And I actually celebrated with my older brother because he's also a December born. We did it together. All right. And fast forward 33 years later, throwing at a party. So I made it a point to, as long as God gives me strength and grace, I will always want to bring people together. And that's just me. I always want to bring people together and just celebrate life.
I got to tell you this, like I started celebrating my birthday when I was 40 as well, because my mother had passed away and I was like, no day is promised. Absolutely no day is promised. Yeah. And ever since then, and before that, I was having kids. So I just, everything was about the children. I never celebrated my birthday either. But as after she died, I said, there's no way. Every time God gives me a birthday, I'm going to celebrate it. And every time I get a birthday, I pretty much do it big. I try as much as I can because it's not promised. It is a gift to be breathing.
Yeah.
It's a gift,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So I don't even, Pastor Dom, don't play with it. I'm telling you, you work hard, you do this, you serve your family, you serve the church, you serve, stop and celebrate. You know what I mean? Lest we forget. Lest we forget. I came to your birthday this year. It was a Zoom birthday. Can you imagine what's happening to our world, Pastor Tom?
Ain't nothing stopping us now. Nothing. We
had to celebrate on the cameras. Happy birthday, Pastor Dom. I mean, you know, but at least, honestly, at least it's very important to lest you forget how far you've come and where you could be, you know?
Yeah. Not only that, and I think beyond celebrating me, I personally always love to have people in my life. As I mentioned on my birthday, like there are a lot of people that have contributed to who I am today, and you are one of them. And I don't want anybody to be missed out because, you know, we hear someone passed away, and like, oh my God, I wish I had told them I loved them. I wish I had told them how much you mean to me. I wish I had told them, you know, how much of an asset they were to me. And I never want to leave the face of the earth or vice versa without telling somebody how I feel about them. You know, and I think that's just a point one day throughout the year that I get to do that.
Yep. And you did it so well. Y'all look real nice in your blue. I remember. Just saying.
Thanks. Music and Jesus.
Music and Jesus. He's good. So are we going to play this game or not? Because I don't want to leave without playing the game.
Oh, man. Don't do this to me.
Look.
What? You came fully prepared.
I did. So I was watching, I'm on YouTube, and there's this song called Word Association, and all of the artists have done it. I've seen Kiki Sheard did it. Karen Clark, the whole Clark sisters did it. They all sat down and they did it. So it's something that we do, Pastor Dom. I give you a word and you sing the song that comes to mind. Are you ready?
A song that comes to mind, a song that I know, or a song that I can make up?
No, well, you should probably know it, but let's do a trial one. Like, count. I can't see. Count. There.
Count in our joy.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay, good. You got it? You ready? Yeah. All right. This one's easy. Can you see?
No.
Holy.
Holy. Holy is the Lord, King of glory, forever, Savior of the world.
Who sings that?
I think it's Hillsong.
All right, what we got? Power.
There is power in the name of Jesus.
Is it? There is power.
There is power in the name of Jesus to break every chain, break every chain, to break every chain.
Nice. All right, what we got here? Sugar.
Where do you get sugar from?
Out the box. I don't have any sugar. Well,
I know there is an old Jamaican song with sugar in it. It's because of the sugar cane. Charlotte, what is it?
I ain't got no sugar song myself.
Sugar.
Sugar
in my tea, oh my God.
Okay, we're gonna pass on sugar. I ain't got nothing. You got some sugar? But on the back of sugar, it says stand.
What's it?
Stand.
Oh. Okay. I'll stand even when life has got me down. and my hopes and dreams
Uh-huh.
are nowhere to be found. Still I'll stand.
Yes.
Go on.
All right.
Doesn't matter what tomorrow may bring, still I'll stand. Better get you first.
I don't know no more. I don't know that one.
Even when life gets cold and stand, when you can't feel your soul and stand, when your dark nights can't seem to pass away, help me say you can stand. God is right by your side.
Oh, bye. Okay, Pastor Dom.
It's all right, and if you can, lift your hands and just stand. I think that's what it is.
That is beautiful. Okay, we got water.
What?
Water.
Water you turn into wine.
Woo!
Open eyes on the fire. There's no one like you.
Hey.
None like you.
Into the darkness.
God is greater.
Oh,
God is stronger. God, you are higher than any other. Our God is healer. Awesome in power, our God. Our God. Oh, wait in the water.
woo!
Wait in the water. Children, wait in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. There you go, you got the water.
Okay, rejoice.
Rejoice, rejoice.
Who wrote that one?
It was the team, the dream team there.
I did that on purpose. I was hoping you would sing that one.
That's the easy one.
Yeah, that's good. All right, what we got?
You got one for yourself?
Nah, I ain't got none.
You're supposed to be your interview.
Light. I can't write, but it says light.
The Lord is my light, salvation. Whom shall I fear?
Hey.
Whom shall I be afraid? The Lord is my light, salvation. Whom shall I fear? Whom shall I be afraid? I will wait on you. That's a good one.
Is that yours? Who wrote that?
I think originally written by probably Phil Song.
Okay.
But Mr. Murphy did a rendition of it.
Okay, that's why. Okay. Let's do one more. I don't know. Dream? Dream.
Dream. I'm trying to refrain from saying my own song.
You should sing your own song.
How does that even go? Because see, I didn't sing that song. Pauline sang this. I wrote it, but Pauline sang it. It's my own song. This is terrible.
Well, wait a second. You got, let me see how many we did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Out of 9, you only didn't do 2. So you got 7 out of 9. That's not bad.
It's never too late to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's William Murphy, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Dream. Oh, okay, I take it. But that was pretty cool, Pastor Dom. Very nice on the spotness. Still got it, Pastor Dom.
Try to.
That was really fun. Super, super, super fun. This whole hour is almost done, Pastor Dom.
It's almost done.
It is. It
What
is.
do you have in store for us musically?
Oh my goodness, Pastor Dom, I go through seasons, okay, to where I really want to record because I think this has to be the next thing for me because I've been on everybody's project but my own. And then I don't. want to do it anymore. To be honest, I gotta tell you, I don't know what that is. Like,
Don't be like me. Don't be like me because I find off late. I don't know what it is. If it's old age or if it's just COVID making me lazy or something. But can I tell you, even tonight,
yeah,
I feel like, why should I just sit behind camera and do this?
really, yeah.
What it is. But you need to push yourself, push past the struggle and make it happen.
I go through seasons. Like I did give a song to Marcus Walker, who's my MD at church. He's like, Annette, we have to record something. Like, send me something. So I sent the song to him, whatever, And I hope to work on it or not. I don't know, Pastor Dom. Like I'm really good at pushing other dreams forward, other people's stuff. No problem. I'll work with anybody, anytime, most of the time. But on my own stuff, I don't know. I'm not sure. But I mean, in terms of myself musically, I'm obviously still ministering weekly at my church. And once COVID opens up, hopefully more ministry opportunities come. They always do, somebody's wedding, somebody's funeral, somebody's stuff. And I guess my own personal stuff, I'll just see what God does with that.
Gotcha. Well, I think we're forced to get together and do another project. I'm really looking forward to it when things do open up, even if we're up to like 30% capacity. I'm thinking of maybe getting the team together and just do like a little intimate worship session.
Well, did you see what Israel Houghton did? What did he do? It's called Feels Like Home. So he literally opened his living room. Everybody got COVID tested, and they did a worship concert at home. I think he's up to like 2 million views or something, #1 gospel album on Billboard charts right now. And it literally was him just sitting at home, calling family and friends together and singing worship music. So all of that to say, like, honestly, just release it. Like whatever's in there, just let it out. Like you just never know,
Yeah. Because I mean, still writing here and there. I'm like, I know people are recording right now, and I feel like I don't want to go through the hassle of going to the studio and just people being anxious, or I don't know if so has COVID or not in the space and all of that stuff. I don't want to deal with it. But
when you do it, you go big. You go big or you go home. I'm saying just make it nice and simple, Pastor Dom. That's it. You know my number. Call me. I'm going to do alto for you.
Well, it's gonna happen. Hopefully this summer we can make something happen. Get a few people in our room. At a church. Just so you know, our church soon we are moving to a new facility. So hopefully we can have more people.
And you're leaving Weston Road?
Yeah, we are. Can you believe it's been 5 years already?
I love that place. I do. That's where I had my 40th birthday. It was bomb.com. Like, I love it.
I know.
And then you transformed it into this beautiful like oasis for a wedding. Because I went to a wedding there, and the lights and the chairs and the car. I mean, it was just amazing. Why are we leaving Weston Road?
God is on the move. God is always doing something new. So
Where are you going?
We're not going to be too far by. We're going to be down by Bathurst and Shepherd. Yeah, Bathurst.
Same area, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And they're like a 12-minute drive.
Okay.
Now we're in Shepherd. Now we're going to Bathurst and Shepherd.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. I got you. Well, you're going to have a grand opening?
Maybe we can use the recording, the team do something, just have a little grand opening or something. A few things we have put together. I don't know, the couture line, whatever. They're different than we can do.
Wait, before we go, why don't we talk about all the stuff that you're doing? Because I saw some stuff. Did I say slippers?
You're trying to run away from all the questions I have for you tonight.
Oh, I'm just a really good interviewer, Pastor Dom. Now stop it. So did I say slippers on your did I say slippers?
Yeah.
Come, let's talk. What you got?
So I don't know if people don't know, but my dad was a designer. He's retired now.
Okay.
So back in the day, for people who know me from whether it was Prayer Pals or Rhema days, everybody was like, "Hey, I like your suit" and stuff like that. My dad used to make my suits. Yeah. So that's where I get my fashion sense from. All my dad and his brothers, all of them were designers. So even years ago, I pitched to my dad the idea of going big, but he felt like he's just too old and doesn't have the capacity to do it. So I said to myself, you know what, maybe there's something I need to do. My other second oldest brother, too, is also a designer. He didn't do much with it. He was more into women's fashion.
Okay.
I have the eye for it. I don't actually have a lot of the technicality, but I do have the eye for it because growing up, I'll go to the shop with my dad and I, learn how he made the patterns and stuff like that. And
Wow.
yeah, so I get all these concepts in my head. So Dominion Couture is just the first line that I released. And so if you see Dominion Couture, R513, it's actually taken from Revelation chapter 5, verse 13.
Oh, okay.
It speaks of God's sovereignty, his power, and dominion over the earth. So when you rock it, it reminds you of how big, how great God is, right?
Wow. So where can people get it?
Right now, you can order it on the website, dominioncouture.com, or just text, inbox, go on IG, and just place your order. So we have the T-shirts. I'm not wearing that right now, but it's actually made of rhinestones. Yeah. No.
Kingdom Apparel. Hallelujah.
So there we have the T-shirts, and we have the dog tags. It has Dominion R513 on there, and we have slippers too in various colors. And actually, the slipper is a big hit. The women love it. Everybody who's purchased it feels so comfortable, and it makes me happy to hear. Putting the effort in making good quality products, and just especially for our community in times that we're living right now.
What size does your shirt go up to?
You can definitely get your size because because they are, I think, a size or two sizes are higher than the typical.
Nice.
My wife is
I was
listening.
going to ask you to bring one. She's on it.
Yeah,
so she's real good.
Black rhinestones. So
oh my goodness!
Yeah, you can see it, but it's actually black rhinestones, black on black. And
can you put it all the way up to the camera? Like, let me see.
Let's see.
Yeah, nice, wicked.
All right.
That's so awesome, man.
So there is that.
Awesome.
And we have a ladies line that is actually in the works called La Rosa d'Oro.
La Rosa
d'Oro.
Hello.
Hey, but
look, it's offspring.
It's a slip.
Nice.
So the pink, the women love the pink. So it comes all nicely packaged in a little gift bag, right? Type of thing.
The logo's fantastic.
I'm not even wearing the dog tag today, so the family is happy, want to show everything.
Oh, so that's love. I'm glad they did that. People need to see.
You.
I'm glad.
All right, so I'm working on that. La Rosa d'Oro is more. Okay, enough. Bye. Thank you, family. Take him, please.
I love it.
Yeah, so the La Rosa d'Oro is a rose gold, but it's Italian for golden rose.
Oh.
Right, so it's a gold rose all over, and you guys will see it once it comes out. I don't want to give too much information, but it's beautiful, especially for the ladies. Men can wear it, but I made it specifically for the ladies.
I love it. I can't wait, but I got to get my Dominion Couture so I can wear it and show it off. We all should, actually. We all should. Yeah.
Please message me. Send me your sizes and everything. I'm doing delivery. I get to deliver it directly to you. So
nice.
Special.
Nice. Just remember the big girls. Just saying, Pastor Dom. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to La Rosa d'Oro. Just saying.
I got you.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, we did it. We did an hour, Pastor Dom.
Yeah. All right.
I love it.
So, any final words for us before we leave?
Nothing that I haven't said to you before. I think I just want to encourage you to keep doing what you're doing in the community, supporting gospel music, releasing gospel music, writing gospel songs. Now you're interviewing gospel artists all around the world. Like, it doesn't stop with you. Like, it just keeps growing and growing. And that's the faithfulness of God. So don't stop. He's been faithful. He ain't going to stop now. I think you're just at the beginning. Although you've been in this thing for decades, there's so much more to come. So don't stop. We good. We're with you.
Keep praying for me, and I won't leave anything on the table.
Yes, that's right. Don't do that. God bless you, Pastor Dom.
God bless you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining us, Music and Jesus. Make sure that you come next week with our next guest. God bless you and have yourself a wonderful evening.
Ciao, guys.
This song is for every child of God that hears it. You may have gone through some challenges, some struggles, but in this season, I declare to you that God is about to restore everything that the locusts and the cankerworm have eaten. Come on, put your hands together if this is your year of Jubilee. Come on, Annette.
They piercing through darkness we come. Victory